We've all been talking about the state budget, and we know that legislators are going to have some hard choices to make, but we wanted to figure out what's North Carolina going to look like if certain programs and services actually go away. What we do know is that over the past several decades, our state's leaders have made a lot of good decisions that have made life better for a lot of North Carolinians. What we don't know now is whether or not our current crop of elected officials is going to embrace those commitments or if they're going to retreat from them.
When you don't have adequate school nursing services, the only thing you can do is put out fires. Okay, sweetie pie. Tacos, those tacos are kind of rough on your stomach. Let me just take your temperature here just a second. We see a greater number of kids coming to school with complex medical problems. That requires an awful lot of planning and education with the staff and the students themselves. You know, for some kids, I might be the most consistent health professional that they see. Make sure we know before we have to bother your mom in her class, okay? We're really here to help make sure that the kids are healthy, stay healthy, so that they can get their education. Did you forget to come weigh in today?
I was born with a visual impairment in 1986. Being in the public school system was, from a social standpoint, very challenging. And those same obstacles were not present at the Governor Moorhead School. Hello. Come on in.
I don't want our students to grow up and be at home sitting on a couch watching TV all the time. I want them to have a future for themselves. We all do. Learning how to interact with people in a way that's appropriate, even if you can't see them well or can't see them at all. Because then you can present yourself in a more confident manner and having a chance to make it in our society.
Give me a thumbs up if you did it right. Okay, he did. He borrowed. The residential schools are essential to the education of the children in North Carolina, and I say that as a licensed educator, and I say that as a person with a visual impairment myself.
I really cannot speak to how much I love working at a community college. You know, when I taught at Davidson and I also taught for a little while at Duke, I teach the same way at Wake Tech because they're college students. Some students have already been in the labor market, have had a career, and then find some sort of disruption. So it's a wonderful opportunity for whatever reason brings people through the door.
Right out of high school, I joined the Air Force as a computer programmer. When I left the Air Force, I was in a really difficult spot. Lower paying companies didn't want to hire me because they were worried that I would move on to another position that paid better. And the higher paying positions, the more professional jobs, the ones that I thought I was qualified for, I couldn't get hired at either because I didn't have a degree.
The demand is going up every day. The problem is that students come here, they're accepted as a student, it's open enrollment, but they can't get a class.
He's a good kid now, but he hadn't always been a good kid. He just wasn't a kid that you would be proud of, you know. A lot of days we felt that we just wanted to give up.
Our number one rule at TMAC is if you have a problem, you must have a solution. So we're not just sitting around complaining, we're actively thinking about how to solve the issues that they're facing. Good. William, what's going on, man?
Good, I'm chilling. How are you?
Well, I was just like mainly talking back to teachers, disrespecting to the teacher, disrespectful. I was fussing at other classmates, and basically one day I got on the school bus and slapped the bus driver.
He was actually on the verges of going to a boot camp when we got him into the TMAC program.
Well, sometimes you need some people to talk to other than your parents that you may feel comfortable talking to. Mr. Tony is one of those people.
But we do a lot of community service. I teach the kids that in order to receive that support from the community, that they have to give back to the community. Through the conversations, through the community service and other supports that came around him, he was able to turn his life around and decide he wanted more, and boot camp wasn't for him.
He's improved, his grades went up. I can't say enough good things that's happening. I just hope it continues.
Blake, he has hydrocephalus and he has cerebral palsy. And when I began seeing him, he wasn't really doing anything but making sounds. Can you tell Allison to say hi, Allison? Hi. We've kind of moved from sounds to single words, then to two-word phrases, and then now he's speaking in sentences. What box, Allison? This box, Blake. Do you want this box? Yeah.
She taught me how to teach him to speak, and so we started with basic sign language and noises, sounds, and then build upon that.
Open Play-Doh, please. Oh, good word. Okay, Play-Doh is up. We are making a difference, and not just a difference in that child's life, but in a difference in everyone that interacts with that child. Blake, where are you?
Let's go.
I'm coming. Okay. Come on. What? You want some help?
She's been such a blessing to us because without her, I don't know where he would be today.